Well, guys, here I am walking unassisted. I thought this would be a good opening to today's video. I feel a little minor soreness right in here, but very minor. Don't worry, I'm not overdoing it. I'm not going to go over 1,000 steps today, but I'm going to start tracking my steps and gradually, incrementally making them a little more each day. So I'm going up to the camera to make sure I got it's going to track me. So when I move a little bit here, this will move with me. So I want to show you, remember our big camp? Not so many people left. Sally was here, she just left about 5 minutes ago. Barb is there where that chair is, and she's in town getting some things from the hardware store. Cheryl's here, right there. And there's Lisa, and that's it. And most of the rest of everything, it's a pretty good ways before you see any other rigs. And this is there's a lot of sadness this time of year in quartzite when we're all kind of going our separate ways. And we don't know exactly when we're going to see each other again. We all use the phrase, see you down the road. And that's kind of almost the equivalent of aloha, hello, and goodbye. We have faith that we'll see each other again. We just don't know. Often, we don't know exactly when, whether it'll be weeks, months, or years that it'll take to see each other. I'm going to bring you over here and show you my setup for what I've done for these very, very hot days. It was over 100 yesterday. It was 101 here in the desert. And I'll show you how Cheryl and I have been surviving. Well, here is my Predator super quiet inverter 5000, Predator 5000. It takes gasoline and propane. I've never put a drop of gasoline in it. It's always gone by propane. This one's empty. So this line here goes out into my rig, but this orange line here goes somewhere else. Check it out. Check her out. Look at that line. Goes down here, and it goes all the way across the desert, all the way up there to Cheryl's rig. So I've got her plugged into the generator. The generator is enough power to run the air conditioners on both of our AC units. I'm so lucky that I upgraded and got this extra powerful generator. Mine's a 15,000 BTU with a soft start, and Cheryl's is a 13,500 BTU without a soft start, but it runs both of them just fine. It took about a 20-pound tank, to run us comfortably until after 7 o'clock, both of us. That's pretty good. Over 100 degrees, that means that we're running full blast for hours. We started around noontime and went probably 7 hours. And it was, the cost of the propane to do that was about $15. So that's, $7.50 each. To be comfortable and cool in 100-degree temperature. So that's pretty cool. But again, it's the Predator. We'll take a look here again. It's the Predator 5000, and it's got an electric start. So I just tap the button twice. Check it out. Doesn't always, not always the first time. There it goes. I also have a remote that'll do that. I don't even have to get out of the rig. Tap it again. You're off. So it seems loud right there, but we're right next to it. Inside, I can barely hear it. As a matter of fact, when I turn it off remotely, I have to turn the TV off to make sure I can hear it stop. And here's Dottie. Let me show you. Well, not going to show because it's locked on me. It's not going to show you Dottie. So let's unlock me. Let's turn it around. And there's my Dottie dog. Hey, Dottie. How's my Dottie dog? And we'll see where George is in here. Kitty, kitty, where are you? George, where are you? Ah, I see George. Do you see him? There is George. George of the jungle. Hey, kitty, kitty. Hi, George. Hey, kitty. All right. It's my array of medicines. It's the 26th of March, and it's 8:30 in the morning, and it's 68 degrees. Very pleasant. But I recognize that will not be for long. We can turn this around again. There we are. Backtracking on me. I got my coffee. And get a lid on. My preferred RV resort lid. Just to remind anyone or anyone that hasn't seen it, if you want a preferred RV resort membership, I'm selling mine. Right now I have it priced at $1,900, which includes the transfer fee, the 35 free days of camping, and I've paid the association dues for the whole year. So that's all good until that all renews on January 1st, 2026. If you're interested, send me an email. And the email should be in the description of my YouTube channel. I'll put it in here too. I've got a couple of emails. I've got the robwakely.com, and I think there's a Robin Dottie. I don't remember. I'll stick it in here when I do a little bit of editing. But I'm not selling it because there's anything wrong with the Preferred RV Resort. If you're interested in what that's all about, go into my playlist and check out Pahrump. And I've done a ton of footage on Preferred RV Resort and all the things I love about it. I've just decided it's not a convenient place for me spending my time in Arizona and New Mexico, so I'm looking at other options in Arizona and New Mexico. So we'll see what that brings over the spring and summer. Which means I'll have to change my residency and re-register vehicles and everything. I hate thinking about that, but that's part of being a nomad. On that topic, it's an interesting topic. A lot of people will rule out states to domicile in because, they have income taxes. Well, you got to think about things other than income taxes. Think about what is their sales tax rate? How much they're going to pay for car insurance? How much they're going to pay every year to keep my vehicles registered? It's one of the shocks that I had. I went to Nevada and there was no income tax, but the amount of insurance I paid and the amount I paid in I guess they call it personal use taxes or something on my vehicles, was the insurance was higher than what I paid in Northern Virginia outside Washington, D.C. And the taxes on my vehicles were just as high as Virginia. So sometimes you'll get a place that has a modest income tax, but those other taxes are lower. So I advise you, when you think about it, look at your individual situation and look at all of those factors and combine them. And don't rule out a place like, I mentioned New Mexico, and people say, oh, there's income tax in New Mexico and Arizona, but it's not the only thing I'm going to look at. I'm not going to make a decision on where my permanent domicile is going to be just because of a few dollars in taxes one way or the other. So wherever I end up, I'll go through the process with you and tell you what it took to get me signed up and changed over and everything, because it can be quite a task. Not something you need to worry about, though, Dottie. So, actually, I'm going to be right back. So I'm back. I'm sitting down. Explained. Just Cheryl came and we're having coffee, so I'm explaining to her what I just shot. I showed them our setup for power and the big orange the big orange cord going off into the distance to Sally's, but it was a godsend for both of us. And then I'm going to turn you around and show Sally. There's Sally. God, Cheryl. Cheryl's over here with Clover.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Pup Camper 58.
Travels with Dottie.
Pup Camper 58 needs 600 more subscribers.
I'm grateful for all of you who have subscribed to my channel and watch my little YouTube channel. I've enjoyed dabbling at it. But Rob saved my life. The other day, I didn't know what I was going to do. It was 95 degrees inside my camper.
Well, you were considering packing up and going into an RV park.
I really was. I really thought I needed to just hook up and go into an RV park for a couple days.
So you registered outside temp at 101 yesterday, right?
102 at
102.
4 o'clock.
Okay, 102 at 4 o'clock. Without AC, even with the window opens, what would the temperature have been inside your trailer?
Probably 110.
110.
At least.
Which, this isn't just uncomfortable. For people our age, it can be life-threatening.
That's right.
It's pretty serious business. So,
and for our pets as well.
For our pets too, yeah.
So, I'm very grateful to Rob. He said, "Let's run a cord."
I wasn't positive it was going to work because, the only outlet that was available is like a regular. I think it's a 20 amp outlet.
Right.
And I do know the longer the cord, the bigger the voltage drop.
Right.
So I was a little skeptical because how many yards would you say it is? Is it a football field, do you think?
Oh, no, I don't think it's a football. No, it's
half a football field?
Half a football
so
field.
50 yards or 150 feet, right? Yeah. That's quite a distance for a small wire. Yeah. But we did, Daryl said, did you make sure the wires weren't overheating? And you picked up the small one, right?
I've been checking them.
And they've been fine.
Yeah, they were just temperature hot from laying in the sun.
Right, but not
like hot from overheating. And we did use two 30 amp
cords, 30 amp cords.
Yeah. One from
so half the distance is through 30 amp, which is, and the other half is through 15 or 20. One of the blue, isn't there a blue one? The blue one's pretty small. I think the orange one is the biggest gauge extension cord outdoor that I could find, and the blue one I think was smaller.
Yeah, but it runs the air conditioner perfectly.
Both of ours at the same time.
The generator's been a trooper. We're just using propane, and that's okay. It's worth every penny for us to stay comfortable.
So Cheryl's been keeping an eye on my bruise, and The wound, what was the report from last night?
It's looking great. It's still there, but it's lightened up a bunch, and it's not real hard and hot and angry like it was when we first discovered it. So um, it's looking good. I think everything is normal and expected. I'm anxious to see what the doctor says on the 3rd of April.
Yeah, and we anticipate he's going to give us double
The
thumbs up.
go.
It's pretty likely he'll do an X-ray, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then he'll get me on the table and test my range of motion
Right.
and everything.
Make
And
sure everything's good. Check the incision and look at that bruise and say, "Oh, well, that's normal." So,
well,
uh,
that's a week from tomorrow, so maybe a lot of
yeah.
the bruise may be gone, but not all of it, right?
Yeah, and I don't. I'm sure it's
I'm
going to
going to
be
be
there for
living
a
with
while.
that bruise for a while. You
I
think?
think so. I think it's your new tattoo. You're gonna have to get you a bikini so you can show off your new tattoo.
Well, those of you, I think some of you, I've been talking about driving shortly afterwards to New Mexico, and few of you were a little worried about that, but Cheryl's gracious enough; she's going to travel with me,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
and we're going to travel together, and she's going to go with me to the destination that I end up selecting.
Yes.
And then she'll spend a day or so with me wherever that is, and then she'll head on up to Interstate 40 and head to Tennessee, and her family and best friend and her mom, and
Yeah.
have, and for the first time in a while, she's not going to be a camp host. She's going to be the
First
woman of
year.
leisure.
First year. I've been on the road 7 years, and I have worked every summer for 6 years. This would have been my seventh if I worked, but my mother's going to be 98 in August, and I've been away on the road for 7 years, and I'm just feeling like I need to spend some time with her, the time we have left, and so I'm just going to spend it with family and friends this summer, doing a little fishing, a little kayaking on the lakes up in Tennessee. And I probably will do a little camping on my old favorite spots. I'll probably head up to the Great Smoky Mountains for a few days.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you guys with a shot of our little babies here. There's Clover, Clover dog, Clover. Look
Look
over
at
here.
Uncle Rob.
Look over here. There's Clover. Dottie, get jealous. Clover's coming over. um, as always, I want to thank you for watching. And remember, if you're interested in this preferred RV resort, send me an email. And that's I said it's $1,900, including the transfer fee, which you would pay. But if you walk in, the retail price for it is $49.95. So um, if you find someone, Dottie, stop. Dottie's Dottie's been hankering and chewing on rocks. Dottie, no. And she hasn't been heeding my little corrections there. Maybe I should be a little bit more stern. But anyway, sorry for the interruption. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.